Hello YouTube, my name is Nero. Today we have some more Call of Duty World War II and some absolutely mind-blowing news and information has come out for Call of Duty World War II, which I will be discussing here in this video. So yesterday it was revealed that Call of Duty World War II will be the cover game for the Game Informer September issue. Game Informer will be covering Call of Duty World War II news for an entire month, and to advertise this, they posted a trailer to YouTube. In this trailer, they revealed to us some never-before-seen footage and aspects of the World War II multiplayer experience, which I will be covering here in this video. But if you guys would like to check out the full trailer for yourselves, I'll put a link to it in the description below this video. So for this first clip, we see the world reveal of the Russian PPSH-41 in Call of Duty World War II's multiplayer, equipped with a suppressor that of course comes as part of the Airborne Division. This was one of my favorite guns to use back in World at War, and I'm very happy to see it here in Call of Duty World War II. Also in this clip, you may notice that the PPSH reaches level 3, which confirms the return of weapon levels. This means that to unlock new attachments in Call of Duty World War II, you need to level up your weapon, as compared to just having a flat kill requirement like we see in a game like Modern Warfare Remastered. Next up, we have this clip on a map that we have never actually seen before. This map was not part of E3, but the fact that Game Informer was able to play on this map likely means that we will be seeing it during the Call of Duty World War II private beta. Now, while I can't be 100% sure, this appears to be the Gibraltar map that was teased by Michael Condrey back before the game was actually revealed. Also a very interesting point, there is a freaking Type 100 submachine gun on the ground, right? The Type 100 was a Japanese SMG that was used during World War II, and we now know for a fact that Call of Duty World War II's multiplayer will feature Japanese weaponry. We already knew about the PPSH, that's the Russian side of things. We now know that there are going to be Japanese weapons here as well, which is absolutely insane. Now, I have a theory about the Call of Duty World War II multiplayer. This is not confirmed, this is just something that I basically came up with while putting together this video, and I want to run it past you guys. Have you ever noticed that in this game's multiplayer, the only two factions are Allied and Axis? It's never Americans versus Germans. It's never the 1st Infantry Division versus the Wehrmacht. It's always Allied versus Axis. This means that the game's multiplayer can really go anywhere in World War II, whether that's the beaches of Normandy, or the Battle of Stalingrad, or the islands of the Pacific. Sledgehammer Games has come out in the past and said that they will not be forcing character appearances on us in Call of Duty World War II. They want the online experience to be about you and your connection to your character. This means that even if you're playing for the German forces, you can still play as a female black soldier, and that's just going to be the way of it, because that's your character. They don't want you to become suddenly something that you're not, just because of the faction that you are playing on. So hypothetically, if the Japanese is a faction in this game, and they do have Japanese maps, if I want to play as a character that looks like me, just a white guy, brown hair, brown eyes, then I'm not going to be suddenly morphed into a Japanese version of myself. I'm just going to be my same soldier, but within a Japanese uniform, maybe. So if they really do want to add Russian maps, Japanese maps, Italian maps, British maps, African maps, all they really have to do is, like I said, change up our uniforms and maybe change up the announcers a little bit, and we will be set. They can take us literally anywhere in the world with how they have designed Call of Duty World War II's multiplayer. I feel as though this is just a theory. Keep in mind, it's just a theory I've come up with, but I feel as though this has been in front of us the entire time. It makes so much sense. It's entirely possible that we're always just going to be Allied versus Axis, American announcer and German announcer. That's just going to be the way of things, but I feel as though with how they've set things up here, that my theory could actually come into play, and it could actually be the way of things within Call of Duty World War II. We're going to have to see, but I'm very happy that we have Russian weapons and Japanese weapons. I'm happy we were able to see the PPSH in today's video. I'm happy we were able to see the Type 100 there on the ground, as well as backpedaling here a little bit. If we go back to the Gibraltar map, they are actually playing Hardpoint, so we actually now get to see what Hardpoint is going to look like in this game. We get to see the user interface a little bit. It looks freaking incredible. I can't wait to learn more about Call of Duty World War II's multiplayer. multiplayer. With each passing day, we get closer and closer to the private beta itself. We get closer to the official release, and everything that I've seen so far seems to be pretty awesome. There are some things that people are definitely arguing about. There's definitely that subsect of the community that is really against character customization and stuff like that. But aside from that, that seems to be the only complaint that people actually have for Call of Duty World War II, which is a good thing if you think about it. Like, if the biggest complaint is that you're upset that you can play as an African American within the game's multiplayer, how bad is the game itself? Nobody's discussing gameplay and talking about that. Everybody seems to be loving that aspect of the game, which is definitely a very good sign. But once again, guys, let me know your thoughts on my Allied versus Axis theory down there in the comment section below. And if you guys would like to check out the full Game Informer trailer, I'll have a link to that down there in the video description. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.